Bam. All right. Turn this down a little bit. Let's see. Let us see. Over on Theta, we have Spirella, Joe Pirate, Sneaky Boy. I know it's not Snacky Boy. 99, Gordon Bennett, City Medianko, Twiz to Metal. Got it, like to the metal. Got it. Tweez to the metal. One of those. Opera GX option for streaming and gaming. I'm not going to mess with any more platforms for streaming. I do not care. Okay. Let's see. It's too much. Too much, bro. CC Brown, Scorpion, what up? Okay, let's look over here. Let's see what's going on in the YouTubes. Joe Fernandez, what up? I get that a lot. Scott. Wait, we got a question already? NFTs require Solana. Oh, yeah, I already answered that. If it requires Solana, I'm out. My name's Bennett, and I ain't in it. Solana's a ghost chain. Proof of history, the way they set it up does not work. Evidenced by the fact that every time they do it, it does not work. Every launch they have fails. I am out. Maybe in the future. It's a scam chain. You guys know this. If you don't know this by now, you get what you deserve. Okay. Ella Paul, what up? Steve, will this be replayed? It depends on the cursing. Nara, Belinda, Suze, what up? There was another one? Jesus. It's such a dumpster. Everybody, you realize people are going to flee that project, right? Crypto is not easy. Look at all of the work that they're doing and all of the people they have at Cardano. Look at all the work they're doing and all the people they have at Ethereum. Look how that's going. Look at all the people, the team, the work at Polkadot. They just now rolled out 5 parachains, just now. And these two douchebags from Qualcomm, they figured out something that the rest of the planet Earth has not figured out. You know what they figured out? How to get in bed with Sam Bankman Fried Chicken and whoever he's actually in bed with. That's what they figured out. Because what they didn't figure out is consensus. All right. Crypto for life. What up? I know it's raining here too in LA. It's raining. Lawrence, Bernard, what up? Bunny, what's the word? Justify News, Todd. Breakfast leadership. That's like the first kind of leadership. If you're there for breakfast, you've beat everyone else. You're like the very first one of leadership. Michael Murphy, what up? Demayan. Art Chick. FET just released their 2022. Ooh, that's actually probably pretty cool. 901 Onion, what up? Brandon, Dubai Money. Scorpion on both sides. Tim, Emmanuel, what up, Emmanuel? Let's see, Jim. All right, cool. I think we pretty much got everybody that's going to be hanging out with us. It's going to be, my guess is, kind of a quiet day. Okay, let's see, a little announcement. I did finally get the interview. Crypto Gamer 420, what's up? I did finally get the interview with the team at Singularity DAO, not the admin guys and all that. No, the actual team, Mario and Marcello. So it was really cool. So CEO, CTO, we had a good discussion. Money Map has that video, or we don't call them videos anymore. They have that recording. They have that interview. They're going to put it out today or tomorrow. Whenever they put it out, then I'll release it the next day on here. So it'll be, so you guys can check it out. It's cool. They seem like really cool guys, and I didn't give them easy questions, you know, so they do have something going on there that I'm pretty excited about it. So we'll see. But remember, Singularity DAO is one of those ones where if it works, it's going to be awesome. And if it doesn't, not as awesome, price-wise. But I think they have the right team in place. It will be as good as having, I think the data that I looked at makes it look like about 60 to 70% better than Bitcoin alone. So like if you, and I'm not telling anyone to do this because it's very early and they're just getting started and we need to see some ups and downs in the market to see how they perform. But it looks like that Dynasets perform about 60 to 70% better than Bitcoin and almost a 2x of Ethereum. But again, you have to back out the fees. You have to back out some other anomalous function. So we'll see. But I think it could be interesting. So we have that interview coming. So that's cool. Tiffany, what's up? We're gonna do a fun thing today. We're gonna do a gallery walkthrough. I'm gonna show you my NFTs over at Nifty Gateway, which for a lot of people, I think that should be your first, the first place you mess around with NFTs is Nifty Gateway. And public service announcement. Do not for any reason click links. Do not for any reason, I'm not like when someone texts you randomly or on Discord. So now the new thing is on Telegram or Discord, fake admins will reach out to you through a DM and say, hey, click these links, put in your private keys. Let's get your wallet figured out. They're stealing all your stuff. They're stealing all your stuff. It happened again last night. Someone lost like, I don't know, 20 or 30 Paradise Trippies because somebody randomly messaged them pretending to be an admin and they stole all their stuff. They, of course, why? Because they entered their private keys. I want everybody in the chat to say, I will never give anyone my private keys. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. We're going to talk about Bitcoin options. We're going to talk about if you have questions about the NewNet, the NTX drop, and just the theory of what you need to do. So anyway, yeah, and more. But first, we'll do a gallery walkthrough. But before the first, yes, I want to see it. I will never give anyone my private keys. Ever. Never have, never will. Good. Really, because I mean, people are falling for this. It's the worst. And it's not just Telegram or it's just anywhere. Don't give anyone your private keys. Good, Joe. Spirella, good. Crypto newbie, I want to see it. Everybody, tell me you will never look. If that's the only GD thing we accomplish, I'll be good. I won't use profanity. If everybody here tells me they will never give their private keys to anyone ever, and your private keys include your passphrase, that's the same thing. Private keys or passphrase. But my son, if I croak, well, Gordon, don't give your son your private keys. You then become a target, my friend. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Am I doing another options course? It won't be on Udemy because I make like $4 on Udemy. I can't, here's the thing. I can't screw over my private clients. My private clients are paying, most of them $800 an hour. So I can't screw them over. So the reason I did the Udemy course was so that people would have a very basic entry level thing. The problem with doing anything more advanced than that is it becomes incredibly, my private clients are like, hey, that's my stuff. And it really is their stuff, right? Like if I go and I walk through like I have a new options client where that's pretty much all I do for this person is I trade options for them. And we're doing good. But it would be, he pays a significant amount for me to sit there and teach him the whole space and walk through it with him and all that. I don't really feel like it's fair to kind of spew it out, but I do think the basics are super important. So there you go. And from time to time, I'll give you cool little stuff. But there's two things. One, I don't feel comfortable charging a group of you because I know that life is tough and things are expensive. So I don't feel comfortable. I'd rather give you guys free stuff than charge you. But options is a very heady game. So for that, there it is. Let's see. I'm going to say JB, not your full name. You know who you are, JB. I like your style. That's funny. Okay. Crypto for life. Good. I get that a lot. And remember, everyone, no, I will never give my private keys. Okay. We'll be right back. And then we will get this kind of pre-holiday show started. Oh, real quick, to anyone that's going to go see Matrix, please lean in. It is terrible. It is an absolute lighted on fire, dumpster fire, garbage heap. But you know what's kind of cool? The Kingsman, the original one, the first Kingsman, whatever they call it. That's pretty cool. It's long. They're both long movies, 2 hours plus. But Matrix sucks. It's real bad. it's like embarrassingly bad. Like halfway through it, you're like, oh no, what have I done? So I don't know, take some Xanax or something. Okay, we'll be right back, and then we'll get this thing started.
Hey, this is the Prophet with Nick Black. It's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain. We here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks? This where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to Prophet. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet. Hey, hey. We talking condos and nice clothes and driving Lambos. I remember them night codes, we couldn't stand those. We tried to drive on them high roads, but had to stay low. Now there's solutions to hard bills we couldn't pay for. I talked to Prophet to get some profit, we couldn't change the topic. If it's a stock and I need a cop it, I wait for him to drop it. Ain't no option, let's get it poppin', we chillin' in the drop. I need some crypto, put it in my pocket, by any means I rock. This is the Prophet with Nick Black, it's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain, we here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks, this where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to Prophet. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet.
You know what? I figured it out. Here, let me put my little thing here. We're going to do a little gallery walkthrough. This will be fun. I have figured it out. You know what? Matrix, the Matrix is if John Wick was suddenly made into a complete non-binary docile person. I was going to say another word, but I'd get canceled for saying it. So if he was not as masculine, if John Wick was suddenly, what is it where they, not a vasectomy, but where they actually, you know, like what you do to pets, have them spaded. If John Wick was spaded, that's Matrix. You're just like, dude, pick up a gun and end people. Stop with the nonsense. Put on a nice suit. And what they should have done is they should have just flipped the movie. It should have started out as Matrix and then been stupid, and John Wick came and just smoked everyone. Then it would have been awesome. Castrate, yeah. Neutered, castrated, emasculated, feminized, whatever you want to call it. It was just John Wick without the gunplay and without the coolness and without the suits and shot way too close and way too long of a movie with no point and a terrible script. That. Okay. Let's do a gallery tour. Okay. Let me see. Let me go back. Okay. Boop. So one of the cool things you can do at Nifty Gateway is you can go to your profile. Oh, this is the whole thing. Okay. So this is one view, but then there's a gallery view too, which is cool. So this is like the whole big thing. Well, I'm going to show you. Boop. This is kind of cool. So this is the gallery view. So if we were not like, you know, add a gallery, and actually maybe I do this, maybe it's better. Is that better? It's about the same. Maybe I go there and here. Okay. Let's take a look at the gallery, and I'll just show you a little bit about, so I'm going to give you some game theory. As we go through these, I'll say what it is, why I bought it. You're like, why are we talking about NFTs? Because, bro, the world loves NFTs right now. And so it's becoming part of investing, and it makes sense to understand the space. Mark, what's going on? Sebastian, what's up? Good to see both of you. JR, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so what's going on? So we have Bitter Divisions. This is Matt Gondek. This is a cool piece. Here, bang. Cool, right? Bam. This will give you some market stats. Okay, why did I buy Matt Gondek? I bought his stuff because he does these really cool pieces that kind of make fun of some iconic characters that we all know and love. And you get a lot of data here. So it's who's it owned by, who's it created by, part of which collection. That way you could go back and hunt for other pieces in the collection. Why would you hunt for other pieces in the collection of NFTs? Because sometimes they will gift you or send you real world stuff if you own collections. A lot of the artists and their teams will support you with other kind of cool stuff. It was an open edition, which meant as many could be printed as possible. And this one, Bitter Divisions, this is number 118 of 431 that were printed. Okay. And you saw it. It was the opening artwork. It's this animated thing where everyone's Porky Pig, Daffy Duck. They're murdering each other. It's pretty violent. I love it. Okay. So it was released February 26th of this year. The original listing was 2,500. Great. Okay. And this will tell you some market statistics. So Nifty Gateway is cool. It gives you a lot of data. All right. So the statistics for Bitter Divisions, this one, the average sale price down 54. Why? People are getting cheap, so they're selling it. They need that Christmas money. So you can take advantage. Now, this doesn't always work out. So sometimes you can come back to pieces that you like and come scrape them up. But usually low numbers are going to be hard to get. And I still like low numbers. I like low serial number stuff. Anyway, but if you were going to make a collection with a bunch of pieces just to get something else, to get a free airdrop or something, because they do airdrops in NFTs just like they do airdrops in other places. Okay, so 1150 is the average sales price. Secondary volume, $262,000. Secondary market sales, 228. So about half the total have moved. That it tells you that probably a good chunk of these 25 to 50% are just holders. Unique holders, 299. Well, what does that tell you? There's 418 of these. Some people bought these for the flip. So some people have bought several because there's 300 unique owners, but there's 418 pieces. The floor price, which is the lowest one, is 449. Okay. 17.6% of them are for sale. And this is the volume in the last 30 days. And then you can even go into the prices. You can go to the global history or the edition history. Okay. I bought it for $2,150. Great. And listed it for $13,000. Okay. That's me. That's where we at. Let's go back. Boop. Okay. Let's go back. I wonder why it doesn't just go back to gallery view. Okay. So that's that one. Okay. These next two are one of my favorite artists. So I have like a few favorite artists. Obviously, you guys know I like Samote and Paradise Trippies. Samote as a pure artist is probably one of my favorites. But I like Beeple for kind of what he stands for. And I like Fuocious, Paul Jackson. Royland is cool, but his stuff is kind of sketchy. We'll get to it. Anyway, so this is Fuocious. He's one of my favorite artists. He's a kid from the East Coast. He, she, I don't know how they identify, but the stuff is really cool. It's very, I don't know. It's something between Picasso and Dali and all. It's really cool stuff. So I like the artwork a lot. And yeah, this was, okay, so we'll go through just so you start getting used to this. Victor and Victoria by Fuocious. This is 793. So this is number 41 of 793. Yes, there were a lot of these, but I frequently get offers for anywhere between 5,000 and 10,000 for this one. I think this kid is going to be incredibly popular moving forward. I think he's going to have a very long artistic career. He's dope. So I'm collecting. I don't care if someone ever buys these. I like the artwork. I want to see this on my wall. That's kind of where I'm at for these. This was part of a series they did with a bunch of other artists. And this is the collection. Again, you could click into that. It was an open edition, March 5th of this year. Original listing was 1,100. Okay, cool. And you can see secondary market volume over $2 million. So this is a lot different. There's a lot going on here. This is a real artist. If you want to start collecting and you were looking at this kid, it's not a bad place to start because he's a legit collector. I mean, he's a legit person to collect. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to our, I don't know why it defers to that. Okay. So let's go back to our gallery view. Boom. Boom. This is his other piece. I'm not going to go through all of these with this depth. I'll scan the rest of them, but this is just, so you know, this is the kind of stuff he does. It's just really cool. But again, you got to be into the kind of modern stuff and all the, I don't know what they would call that. Postmodern. I don't know. Modernism, postmodern, cubism. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, this is number 82 of 157. So you can see it's getting a lot less. The original listing was 4,400. It was an open edition. It says I'm not accepting offers. I think I will accept offers on this one. What did I buy it for? I paid 5,800. Okay. You know what? What would I let this go for? I would accept offers. At 5,500. Ooh, no. I would accept offers at 20,000. Yeah. Cool. And that's how easy it is. So you now set a minimum. So now I'm not going to get a bunch of stupid offers. If an offer comes in for this thing that's 20,000 or higher, I will take a look at it. If not, I will keep it. I like this guy's stuff. I ain't moving. My name's Bennett and I ain't in it. Okay. I am in it. Am I in it? Okay. So let's go through. Bam. Okay. So here we go. That was Matt Gondek. Now, Matt Gondek's name is going to come up in a little bit. Okay. These are the ones from Paul Jackson. You basically see what these are. They're kind of cool. Will it let me expand? Okay. I can expand it right there. All of his stuff is really neat. It's all about kind of these iconic cartoon characters. And then he goes inside and does some creepy stuff. Like that's Walt Disney saying, F it, I'm done. And if you go, like the deeper you go in here, there's all sorts of stuff going on inside the NFT. It's a pretty cool, his stuff is really cool. I like a lot of his stuff. So I'm collecting every time he does a drop, I buy every single one of them, period, full stop. Because this dude's like a legit artist. His stuff is in galleries all over the world anyway. So I like his stuff. And that's why you'll see a whole bunch of it. And I try to get low numbers. If you'll notice, 39 is not low, but that's number 4 of 50, 39 of 50. The Homer Simpson, I didn't do good. 6 of 50, 25 of 50. The Garfield one, for those of you Garfield fans. And he's inside. And all of this stuff has meaning. There's the dog. It's just cool stuff. Okay. This is number 10 of 50. So that's not a bad number. Jim Henson in there, stabbing him in the throat, making him throw up. Miss Piggy on the wall. Cool. Roiland. Justin Roiland. Those of you who know who he is, you know who he is. Now, what was cool about this one, with the Justin Roiland ones, I had, I think, 4 or 5 of them. So I had Identity. I had Dance or Die, number 24 of 1011. This is 233. This is 301 of 353. It's not a great number, but I bought a few of these to get an airdrop. This is 105. That was a weird one where it was a lottery, so you didn't know what you would get. But this one was given to me, I think, for free. Modern Times. It was either this one. No. This was an open edition. Later on, you'll see the free one. Okay, here's another one of my favorite artists. Jonathan Thunder. Native American Indian. He does a lot of really cool, creepy, again, kind of pivoty, brain melting type stuff. Bear Goes to White Castle. And that's 46 of 82. This one was 37 of 97. These are open editions. This is the Beeple. So this is the big boy. In this particular auction, the number, it was 100 of these were being auctioned. So there's 100, which used to sound like a lot, but now it doesn't sound like that much with all these generatives, right? Of this 100, the top bid, it was Justin Sun and somebody else competing. Justin Sun was spending, of course, all the money that you idiots gave him if you bought Tron. He spent, I think, just over $1.1 million to be number 2. The winning bid, or for the number 1, was $1,234,567. So 1.2, almost $1.3 million. Okay, and then I was like all the way down to number 71, which you can do the math. If number 1 went for 1.2 million, then if you get all the way down to 100, it's a lot less. But not a lot less. It's a lot less, but it wasn't free. So anyway, I've got mine listed for 200K. And if someone bought it, I would actually probably cry because it's probably all around one of my favorite pieces. I also have the physical display there. They sent an actual physical NFT with the display in a giant lit box with underwear. They sent Beeple underwear because they said that when you open the box, most people will crap themselves. Therefore, you needed the underwear. I actually still have the underwear. Someone offered me $2,000 for the underwear. I thought, because it's still in a package and it has Beeple on it, but I thought, if someone's willing to pay $2,000 or whatever for underwear, I'm going to. What the hell? Stop. Whenever you guys do that, you ever try to shut off a crappy call and then it goes emergency? It's like you're dialing 911. You're like, what the shit? All right. Anyway, so yeah, I figured if someone's going to offer me thousands of bucks for underwear, I should keep those underwear because there may be something more to it. Like a Beeple contest where if you hold the Beeple and wear the underwear, you get another Beeple thing. I don't know. Anyway, this is Kriggles. This is another Justin Roiland. And it's number 40 of 100. I got it for free. He sent it because I own the other ones. It just showed up in my wallet. Pretty cool, right? And it's actually moving around and doing all sorts of. I don't know if you can hear this. Tell me if you can hear this. It's really funny. It's one of the creepier things I've ever heard. He's sitting there going, and he's coughing. It's pretty ghastly. Anyway, the sounds make it the sounds make it more than worth it. Anyway, that was cool. That was a free one. It's haunting. Okay, this is Bitter Divisions 2. Okay, now you had to have Bitter Divisions 1, 2, and 3 to get the thing I'm going to show you. Now remember, in 1 there were several hundred of them. Number 2, there's only 38. So let's do some quick math. If in order to get some free world cool thing, you have to have all 3, and there's only 38 of number 2, then there can only be at a maximum 38 of the free thing, right? Because it's whatever the smallest number is, that dictates the group. So this is Bitter Divisions number 2. I have number 5, I think. Okay, so it's a low number. It's cool artwork. Again, apparently Mickey and Mickey's not. Oh, Mickey, I don't know what's going on. Mickey looks cray-cray. But yeah, they're getting their heads literally bashed in. So this is another Gondek piece. This is pretty cool stuff, and it's kind of haunting. Anyway, so that's what we got. We'll get to that later. Okay, this is another Paul Jackson, SpongeBob. Yay. Okay, that's number 6. This is another Paul Jackson. Yes. All of you Rick and Morty fans out there, you start to see it. Okay, number 9. It's not bad. This is number 1. It's Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown's pretty iconic. I threw a little extra cash at it to get the number 1 because how many number 1s are there? Also, look at the sets. It's down from being 50 now to being 20. Now, here's where it was kind of cool. However many Paul Jacksons you had, that lets you enter this drawing to get these other Paul Jackson ones for like $20 each. And in that $20 each one, I got this one, that's Dr. Hammond. Remember Jurassic Park? It's like he's in there operating it. Kind of cool, right? So that was one of them that I got. I got these all for $20. This is the Jaws one. I got 4 of these. Pretty sick, right? That's Quinn. You remember Quinn from Jaws? So that's that one. So the thing is, you can really game these. I got number 2. This is in one drawing, by the way. This is where it's. I'm gonna do kind of a little, not quite bragging, but just showing you this is how it can pay off. They were $20 each. Now the other pieces are several $1,000s. This is $20 each. I got in this drawing. I got number 2. Oh no! Get off the screen. Stop. Clear. What in the X? All this crap just popped up. Hold on. Okay, stop. Go away. That's so weird. Okay, sorry. So I got this one. I got number 3. Let me go to the next page. So remember, I got number 2, number 3, and this is in a drawing, by the way. Okay, number 2, number 3, number 9. 2, 3, 9. I actually got one more, but I had already sold it. Okay, this is another Jonathan Thunder. This one's kind of cool. It's a number 1 of 20. And I don't know if you can hear it, but sometimes these things have a kind of a creepy or haunting little musical track behind them. So let me know if you can hear that. I don't know if you can. There's like this kind of haunting bell. It's freaking creepy. And then there's the moon. His stuff will freak you out. So yeah, it's freaky. Okay. This one was number 16 of 20. Cool. Same guy, Jonathan Thunder. This is one that we got for free for owning the other ones. So again, a free drop. And this one is very creepy. I'm not really sure what's going on. Maybe it's a bunny, but then there's these little furry insecty things. And then there's a rocket. I don't know. This is nightmare sauce. But anyway, there you go. This is a cool one. This is part, Steve Aoki did this. This is part of a video, and this is a segment in the video. And so we got to buy segments in the video. So I own this segment of this Steve Aoki video, which is weird. And again, that's probably not something that you want to look at right before you go to sleep at night. So yeah, so don't do that. And that was number 22 of 40. Okay, John Van Hemmersveld. Only thing I'll say about this is, for those of you that like Rolling Stones covers and stuff, this is the guy that did a lot of the Rolling Stones covers. He's incredibly famous for doing vinyl record like covers and stuff. So this is a piece from this series that was launched on Nifty Gateway. So I got them here. He did another release on Topps, but that's kind of a separate thing. This is another piece. This is the Clapton one, which is kind of cool. So it's just really neat, kind of poppy kind of stuff. Okay. This is another Paul Jackson. This was an open edition, 106 of 107. This one kind of made me mad because I know I was one of the first people to get in on this, but then they do this randomizing shuffle thing, and I ended up getting 106 of 107, which sucks. You either want one of the top 10, or you want the very last one. Everything else is just the same. This is another Jonathan Thunder. This is one where I got lucky. I got number 1 of 20. And again, Nightmare Fuel, eat your heart out. This is more Jonathan Thunder. This is a 2 of 15, 14 of 15. Okay, this is the third bidder divisions. So why this one is kind of cool is this was the number 3. You had to have all 3. But if you bought this and you had all 3, they sent you the lithograph of this one, and it is badass. I'm having it framed right now. This thing is dope. It's big. It's like really big. It's probably, I don't know, 1.5 feet, 2 feet wide, and and it's landscape mode, just like this, but it is on actual art paper. It's like on the thick artist's paper. It's not some like thin little printed thing. And all of these things are printed in this ink that's got layers. Like in the way that you see it, where there's this front layer and the back layers, it's layers that they used kind of a matte finish on. So you have gloss finish and matte finish, and these reds and stuff in the background are incredibly bright and bold. So I'm putting it in this special frame, and then I'm going to list all 3 of them plus the physical, because there's only 34 of this set in the whole world. And I think I got number 18. Yeah, I did. And it's got a certificate and everything. So I have the number 18 of the actual print. So it is freaking cool. So I have 18 of the print, 19 of this bidder divisions, and there you go. Okay, so that's my Nifty Gateway set there. Why did I do that? Because I'm not just buying completely random stuff. There is kind of a method to the madness. So for those of you that are buying, you might be buying Paradise Trippies. You might be buying Generative, or any of these things. You might be buying Samotes, which I really like the Samotes. By the way, for those of you that are doing Samotes, they've made the staking much cheaper now. You can stake super cheap, and you'll be getting Samote tokens, actual currency units that can be used to buy stuff in this world, whatever the Web3 world, but also in the real world, like cool designer clothing and stuff like that. They're partnering up with clothing designers and all sorts of cool stuff. So if you haven't kind of dug into Samote, you might want to. There's some really cool stuff. And my Samote collection, I'm not going to lie, it is egregious. It is fat and egregious. I do have a favorite, though. Let me show you. I have a couple of favorites. That thing is badass. Just real quick. Tell me that's not badass. It is. I know. Yeah. But I do have a favorite. Bam! Because, I'm into race cars. I'm into the fun stuff. So yeah. Anyway, I like this artwork of the generatives. This is one of my favorites because I like the artwork, but I like the Paradise Trippies for a completely different thing. I like this because it's like collecting cards. I'm collecting like the whole bad guys and the good guys. They're creating this island because they've partnered up. Paradise Trippies has partnered up with bitcasino.io. They're doing this big thing where BitCasino is building out this island that I think is going to be, I don't know, kind of like Monaco, I guess. And you'll be able to go in and your characters give you access, as far as we know, to different parts of the island where there is, again, metaverse content, VR content, real world content, but it's going to bring a lot of their casino crowd in. They bought, BitCasino bought almost 2,000 of these Trippies. So they're going to be using them for gifting and incentivizing all sorts of behavior. But there was also this other thing where if you had all the good guys and bad guys, one of each character, you got a golden egg. If you had all the good guys, you got a green egg. If you had all the bad guys, you had a red egg. It was an airdrop last like a week ago. We think, but we don't know, but we think that's going to give you access to other parts of the island as well. So all of these characters have an integral role in how you will go into this world, this, I don't know, money, gambling, crazy world that they are creating right now, this Paradise Island. So that's going to be kind of fun. So I've been doing a lot of trading and it's really cool. You develop a cool group of friends doing that. So that's a project that I really like. Anyway, okay. That covers, I know it's super creepy. That covers all that stuff. All right, let me see. Let's go and let's talk about markets just for a second. We're not going to stay too deep and get too in the weeds on the markets. But if you have any kind of general market questions, right, put a big Q and a dash, and I will see what the question is. Hopefully there's not going to be so much latency that I can actually see it. Here's a question. Crypto Gamer said, does Nifty Gateway have their own token? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. And no, they don't. Not yet. As far as I know, they do not. And I think that they would have advertised that to all of us. Mad Sasha, good to see you. The SWAT TR, good to see you. Houday, good to see you. All right. So yeah, Nifty does not have a token as far as we know yet. All right. Okay. So let's talk markets. Let me go here. Get a little background music. That'll be fun. Okay. Let's see. Barno, good morning. Let me see. Who have I missed? Barno, hello. Chris, Michael, Bitcoin Candy. Who did I miss? Let's see. Oh, Scott had a question. Nick, have you sold NFTs for profits? Yes, I have. But what I do is, so the most money I've made, because I'm not selling my stuff on Nifty Gateway, I'm not selling. I put ridiculous prices because right now we're early in the game, and the artists that I collect is stuff that I believe 10 years from now is going to have ridiculous value. And I also like the artwork. Now, I do most of my gambling. I do most of my gambling in and around Tops. So the Tops baseball cards, NBA Top Shots. I've done a lot of NBA Top Shot flipping, so where I'll get a good drop, and then I'll sell it as quick as I can, add a little bit of cash, and work my way up to a lower serial number. So I have had some really lucky drops there, and I have made, but I've not pulled any money out of crypto ever, not NFTs or anything. NFTs, I just use it to build a bigger stash, a bigger pile. What I did was when I bought the Wax, I bought Wax tokens to buy into the Tops, the first drop for Major League Baseball 2021. I bought like 4,000 cards, like 20 or 30 packs. I was selling the packs, but keeping the cards. So I opened a bunch of packs, kept the cards, kept the good ones. And I've got, I don't know, $12,000, $15,000 worth of cards there. At least that's what they estimate. I think it's going to be higher. I sold enough packs to pay off my original investment because I bought the packs at 100 and I sold most of them for between 900 and 1,200 bucks a pack, unopened packs. So I only had to sell a few of those because I spent like $4 or $5 grand. I sold a few of those packs, maybe 6, and I paid off all the packs. No, 5. I think 5 paid off all the packs, and then I opened everything else. I still have 4 packs left. But the deal there is there's only one series number 1, and like baseball cards, 20 years later, you're like, oh my God, that's worth a fortune. So since I'm on the house's money, I'm gambling, and it is a gamble because everything in the NFT space is a gamble. But the gamble is that people will think this is interesting 2 or 3 years from now. And like the early people that were in NBA Top Shots, those top shots, those moments, some of them were worth many hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I've already got a few of my Topps cards that are worth many thousands. Like, I don't know if this, let me see if I can even get into it. Let's see. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that, obviously, online. Okay. At some point, I'll show you guys my baseball cards, but I have a cool baseball card collection, and many of the cards are worth $5,000-$6,000 a piece. So that's kind of cool. Well, that's what they say is the value, but I have a lot of $100, $200, $300, $500 cards. Okay, cool. Biotech Breakout asks, is there any risk of Looney Tunes or Disney getting a court order to prevent the resale? I don't think you can prevent the resale. I think you could go after the artist. I don't think so. I think they look at it as all publicity is good publicity. So yeah, I don't think there's much they can do. I mean, they could, but it's like, what's the point? You're gonna go after every single person, and we already have them. Like, we've already got the art, and we can trade it. Like, they can't prevent me from trading it. Like, for instance, I have a piece on there that's $100,000. Someone could say, oh, you can't sell it. Cool. I don't need to sell it. Give me 100 G's. Well, I'll just go do an escrow deal with somebody. They'll put 100 G's worth of Ethereum in a wallet or Bitcoin or whatever to a third party. I'll transfer the asset to that third party. They'll do the swap, and the deal is done. All that does is screw the artist. And to do the artist a solid, we could then have the escrow agent take the royalty that would have been paid through a sale and transfer it into the wallet of the artist, because whenever these artists do these drops on Nifty Gateway, you can actually look at their own account. So we could still compensate the artist. So I guess the long and the short of it is, once it's out there, it's out there. It's like a piece of artwork. Once it's floating, once it's out in the street, it's out in the street. So yeah, who knows? I'm sure they'll grapple with that on bigger pieces, but 100,000, 50,000, 80,000, 250,000, 12,000, 3,000. I don't think so. Okay. Thoughts on Kusama? I like it. I'm not investing in Kusama. I'm just going to wait. I'm investing in Polkadot. I think that's the best way to invest in that. I do, but Kusama's cool. I think the Kusama token is considerably more expensive for its value than Polkadot. If I was comparing the two, where I think value is in Polkadot. It's oversold, my opinion. Okay. Shado, what up? Let's see. Rumor. Yes. So we're all waiting for, if MetaMask drops their own token, if they base it on transactions, the NFT community is going to get showered with currency units. I mean, of course they're thinking of dropping a token. Why on earth would they not? Sniper Princess, what's up? Let's see. SL Hines, what's up? So, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you, right? So we'll see. Do you like Vivi? I don't like the app. Do I like the NFTs? Yes, they're cool. I like the comics. And the way to play that is the Economy. Let me show you. Economy token here. OMI. This is how you would play it. And I think this thing is undervalued right now. I think that it could be a 10 cent, a quarter, whatever. It's cheap, tiny market cap, and it's Disney, and it's the rights to all the Marvel stuff. So yeah, OMI is the token. You can go over and get it at Gate. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I do. All right. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Okay, cool. Other things in the market, and this will spill us into NFT. So the Bitcoin is 49. What was I selling? Well, I'll get into it in a second. Anyway, Ethereum's touching right up on 4K. That's cool. Cardano a buck 40-ish. It's getting there. Huh? She's getting there. You won't keep her down forever. Once the Ethereum converter comes out, and once they start doing, listen, the AGIX move, let me back up. AGIX is a Cardano compliant token. There's going to be a token converter. Now, when the Cardano community can manage AGIX and NewNet and Singularity DAO, Rejuve, TrueAGI, all these other assets, Sophia DAO, through their Daedalus wallet, you're going to get a lot of eyeballs that both go towards Cardano and AGIX and NewNet and Singularity DAO. So trust me, it's not lost on them. Matter of fact, they commented on that yesterday in their interview that they're pushing hard towards Cardano, the transition, but that's a Cardano thing. That's the team at IO that's doing all that. So they're getting there. Okay, Polkadot, it's melting back up, but I think this thing was oversold. It's still down 32% on the month. That's a no right. That's a no right. Matic, well, Matic is doing quite well. They continue to kind of be the Band-Aid, the stopgap for Ethereum. And, you know, like if you buy unstoppable domains, you can mint them for free with Matic. Free. You don't have to pay any of these ridiculous fees. So I love it. Algorand is down. It's down 20%. I don't think Algorand has had its run yet. There is no reason for adoption is the problem with Algorand, isn't it? But use and utility is definitely there. The mechanism is awesome. The team is good. They don't do any outreach. That's been a problem. I even talked to one of their marketing guys on Thanksgiving. I spent some time with him, real cool guy. And I said, why don't you guys market? Well, we don't want to get out there. And I'm like, but no one knows about Algorand. It's cool. And everybody says how great the tech is. And yeah, you do some fast transactions, but if you don't tell anyone, no one cares. It's like these guys, sometimes you can be so scientific and you can be looking at such a minuscule area and you forget that the world is not made of you and four scientists, four data scientists, right? There are all of us. And if you want us to give you runway, you need to give us a reason to give you some runway. You can't just be like, we're so smart. They'll find us. Hey, guess what? We won't find you. Anybody find beta? Anybody find beta? No. It was crappy VCRs, then CDs, then Blu-ray, then done. Done. Beta was like, we're better. Algorand, we're better. So what, bro? If you don't tell anyone. So hopefully someone would wake up at Algorand and start talking to the public on a regular basis and tell them what you do and make it fun and meaningful and enjoyable like Charles Hoskinson does. I bet half of the price of Cardano. Look, Cardano hasn't really launched yet, if we're being honest. Where's DeFi? Not here yet. Where's smart contracts? I mean, they're here, but no one's using them, not yet. They're building stuff. It's not really out. Why is Cardano so popular? Because Charles comes out and talks to the community 2-3 times a week, and he tells us what he's thinking, and he tells us what they're doing, and he tells us what their mindset is, and he tells us how he wants to make the world a better place. And if you trust in that team, which I personally do, then you buy into that vision. And I know that if I'm stressed out, which is why I don't stress out about Cardano, I know that somehow he knows. And within 3 or 4 days, he's going to come up with a video, and Charles is going to tell us, I know what you're thinking because I have a big team of people and we're thinking the same thing. And this is what we're doing to fix it. And dang it, if that guy doesn't always come out with something good to say right when we need it most. So there's a reason, right? Why they have a 44 billion market cap and why they were up to almost 90 billion at a point. And well, no, it was over that, wasn't it? And Algorand is 9. They're like, yeah, but our technology is so good. Da, da, da. Okay, well, no one cares if you don't talk about it. So how about talking about it? Well, we can talk about Near, can't we? Holy smokes. It's up 13% today. I don't know what to tell you about Near other than, oh yeah, we've been screaming about Near for over a year, right? Since the very beginning. You can't go back to the very beginning because YouTube nuked all my videos because they're dicks. But we've been talking about Near for a long, long, long time because Near is everything that Ethereum 2.0 would like to be, and it is there right now. It's also a Coinbase venture project, and it's not available on Coinbase. I mean, think, people, think. You can stake it. WebAssembly, it's clean, it's elegant, it's nice. You get a Near address. I mean, it is everything Ethereum 2.0 could hope to become. I still think my gut feeling is this is Coinbase's Ethereum. I don't have anything to back this up other than just mere speculation and some whimsy juice and maybe my trippy pipe. But yes, that's a Paradise Trippies callback. Thank you. Thank you. But I smell something there. Coinbase has already said they're going to spend 10% of their net revenue. And I think it's 10% of net. Yeah, not gross. 10% of the net revenue. And they're going to pour it back into projects they like. I wonder where that money will go. Yeah, you know where it's going to go. It's going to go in their own projects. This token is still cheap. You're like, oh man, I missed it at $2, at $3, at whatever. The market cap is tiny. And I know that market cap arguments don't, for a lot of people, and you're right, they don't really mean anything. But where they don't mean anything is the tops. The market cap arguments that don't make any sense are, oh, it can only do this. Well, we now know from all these dumpster spammy tokens, there are no rules in crypto. A token can do whatever the people say it can do. If there's another buyer, then the price go up, period. So I don't think there's a limit. Now, where I start factoring in market caps is I look for industry similars and I say, okay, comparables. Who are we competing with? What's the circle? What's the group? Well, we're competing with Algorand, Matic, Polkadot, Cardano, and Ethereum. Ethereum's at about $500 million. Ethereum's got problems, but adoption, use, utility is not one of them, okay? So where could Cardano go? Well, common sense. As the market expands, I don't think there's any reason why Ethereum will not be well over $1 billion. Well, and as the market absorbs new currency units, this will continue to scale, as will Bitcoin. My guess, we will see before the end of 2020s, so by 2029 and 364 days, we probably see a $10 million Bitcoin. We probably see, who knows, anywhere from 10 to, if they can get Ethereum figured out, if 2.0 comes, I don't think it's going to be 2022, maybe 2023. The problem is, do they give up how much of the market do they give up? Because they're embedded, right? How much of the market do they give up or do they erode to Cardano, Polkadot, Matic, Algo, Near, Cosmos, right? So when you ask yourself these questions, you say, okay, could they take the other half of the market? And if we have a market that does a 10x, so we're looking at a 4 or 5, I know it sounds crazy, but we're looking at, say, a $4 or $5 trillion Ethereum market cap. Could we have, your top contenders, your Cardano, Dot, Matic, Near, Algo, could Cosmos, could maybe Avalanche, although that's a little bit of a pumpy token, could they make up at least an equal portion, for 3, 4, 5 billion? I think so. I think actually Ethereum will come down and be about a 1/3 player in the market. This is my gut feeling. And then you're going to have Cardano, which they're doing different things, but they're all doing some kind of Ethereum converting mechanism, some kind of Ethereum virtual machine. That's kind of a standard practice with all of these. They all want to be able to port over Ethereum smart contracts in a way that's, not super expensive. Now, here's where it gets interesting. As they come out with their token converters and Ethereum contract transport mechanisms and all this kind of stuff, right? EVMs and all this, Ethereum virtual machines. Do people leave Ethereum and not come back? I don't know. When you take your old cell phone and upload it to your new cell phone, do you go back and use your old cell phone? I don't. When you get a new watch, do you go use your old one? Sometimes, but not if it's an Apple Watch. You use the new one. I just got the new one. I like it. It's so cool. There's more space for my finger. So do you go backwards with tech iterations? Not usually. So my gut feeling is Ethereum is going to lose a significant chunk, not of price, but of market share. And they will lose it. And my guess is it's going to be to mainly Cardano, Polkadot, Near, I'm not sure about, but there's a good maybe. I think Algorand, if they get some public outreach, I think it will take off. I also think Algorand is specifically interesting for the issuance of stable assets. but we'll see. Cosmos, we'll see. I think there's going to be a lot of AI on top of Cosmos, a lot of AI on top of Cardano, maybe on top of Algorand also. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, what are some other interesting plays right now that I thought stuff that's oversold? I don't care about Theta. Not that I don't care about it. I just don't know how to price it. Wax, we'll see. Let's keep going. Singularity DAO had a nice little bump. They just launched Dynasets. Here we go. Off to the races. Again, we'll have that interview. I think I'll have that interview. We are Thursday. I'll have that interview come out tomorrow or maybe on Christmas. That way you guys have something silly to watch over. But although it's a cool interview. And Marcello and Mario, actually really cool dudes. I like them a lot. Let's see. Matrix AI Spammy Dumpster Token. This is a gambler's token, but I've been playing it. I've been swing trading it, and it's been working. So it's degenerate behavior, and I do it with a tiny, tiny, tiny piece of currency units. So just keep that in mind. Songbird is terrible. Stay away from it. AGIX is too undervalued for all the airdrops that are coming. Now let me show you this. NewNet. If you think you missed NewNet, and I know it's selling off because airdrop and all this kind of stuff, but if you think you missed NewNet, it's 10 cents. Go get some. Go get some. It's cool. Invariably, some people will sell. It opened at 2 cents if you got into that pre-sale, and only the people on Uniswap only got it, I think, for a fraction of a second at 4 cents. It got all the way up to 22 cents. This is not a bad place to take a flyer on this one. I think now NewNet is a long-term hold. If you buy this, it could go down to 5 cents. So I would dollar cost average your way in, but I like 10 cents. For those of you that didn't get a position in NewNet, now is when you probably look at it. Okay. We don't care about, matter of fact, we don't care about this one so much that I'm going to take it off the list. C-Perks, what a dumpster fire. And Coty, I think you take a flyer on this. It's down about 12% on the month, but I think it's still valuable. I'm buying it. I was buying it. Anything under 50 cents, I'm buying it. This is a good team. Quality products, quality. It's an Israeli team. They are the ones dealing with Djed, the algorithmically backed stablecoin that Cardano, that the team at IO Global did the research on. So it's very interesting to me how that turns out. Okay, cool. Let me pivot gears. Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody. Real quick. Let's see. Hopefully everybody's having good holidays. My thoughts on IOTA now that you can stake and get the tokens. I tell you why I don't like IOTA. Several times their whole network has frozen. Listen, when whole networks freeze once, I'm like, okay, something weird. There was a weirdness. I'll let it go. If you freeze over and over for weeks at a time, I'm out, bro. I'm out. You can't be, internet of things and all this kind of stuff if you can't manage things in real time. It can't be worse than traditional finance or legacy financial systems. If it's worse, cool, but you got no business being in the crypto space. Okay? So for me, IOTA is out. For me, Solana is out. How many times do they have to melt down before people quit making excuses? You realize they had a giant meeting with all the node operators and they were like, this was 2 meltdowns ago, by the way, 2 meltdowns ago. They said, I'm not so sure this is what we think it is. Yeah, no S. Of course it's not what you think it is. SOL stands for S out of luck, bro. Let's see. I'm staking AJX, but only had 2,000. Oh, no. Listen. Okay, real quick, everyone, you have to have 2,500 AGIX. I would not stake. I would not do liquidity providing. I wouldn't do any of that crap. I would just make sure you have 2,500 AGIX on a MetaMask wallet by January 3rd. Just if you want to participate. If you want to participate, that's how you do it. Cool. Great. Love it. Okay. Melbourne Air Conditioning. What up? You guys got a lot of stuff going on down there. Okay. Ethereum to 1 trillion in 2022. Oh, market cap? Yeah, probably. And Bitcoin probably, I don't know, 3-4x from here. It could be 4 or 5 trillion. I mean, Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin could overtake gold in 2022. So we give it 7 to, could do 7. Could do 7, 7.5. ZK rollups will boost. Yeah, but that's not enough. It can't just be patchwork. Neil, you know this, right? Like, you guys should get this. I use Ethereum all the time too. I'm not a hater. I'm just a stater. Don't get tribal about these tokens. When there are problems, you need to call them out. And the Ethereum fee paradox is bad. It is really bad, and it's pushing investors out of the market, and it's also holding new investors from entering the NFT space. Ethereum is terrible. Period, full stop. Solidity is garbage. Period, full stop. It's easier to make a mistake than to make quality, right? That's why good quality code, it ain't so easy. And the people that have it, you leverage it, right? So, I mean, common sense, bros and bro-cephuses. Ethereum, even when they do their transition, they have real problems. Crypto is not easy. What Ethereum is doing is it's not only not easy, it might not be feasible yet. Meaning, I don't think, I would wager a fair amount that they do not successfully roll over to proof of stake in June, which they're claiming to do. No way. Like, no way. Absolutely no way. And just leveraging second layer scenarios, it creates all of these weirdnesses, security flaws, attack surfaces, potential for more bad code. I mean, it's not so easy. And even Vitalik was a little bit dubious about whether he thought that was going to be, like, whether he thought they were actually going to get to 2.0. He was like, whoa, roll-ups should be fine. Opportunistic roll-ups. Wait a minute. That's not what you said, Vitalik. You're being disingenuous. So just be very careful. Okay, let's take a quick, 5-minute look at the options market, and then I will let you go enjoy whatever it is you're enjoying. Hopefully, you're not all stuck at work. And if you are, just make sure you're having fun at work. Okay, these are the options markets. Let's go over here. This is what's expiring December 24th. I have some stuff. This is one of my friends' accounts. I have some stuff expiring on the 31st. Right now, all we have, because I bought almost everything back. Yeah. And we had sold throughout the year, like last year. So we were selling these in like November when Bitcoin was like at 18, 20K. So we're selling at the money. So we sold 1.5 Bitcoin at the money. This account started, I'll show you. This account's at 340 right now. It started with 100K, 100,000 bucks about 14 months ago. It's at 340. And the cool thing is these are going to expire on the 31st. The day that these expire, I have all those currency units. I have all that Bitcoin. I have basically, if I'll have a little bit over 6 Bitcoin, because this is going to be money back. So I'll have the money will come back here at 25K plus the premiums. So that's going to be about 37,000. So 37,000 will be in pure cash. Plus I'll have about 6.1, 6.0, a little bit over, almost 6.1 Bitcoin, 6.09, which I'll immediately sell at the money again and say, well, what would you sell? Oh, I'm glad you asked. I want distance. I want time. So what I would do is I'm going to be out here. I'm going to be selling. I'm going to sell a variety of things. Since Bitcoin stayed pretty flat for the year, 50, I think we have some big spikes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell a little bit out of the money. I'm going to sell a spectrum of 50s, 75s, 100s, and 200s, right? Because I want to have a little in the game. But with 6 Bitcoin, even if I went 222, I'm still pulling in 20, 12, 30, about 35, between 35 and 40,000. And I would probably wait until we got a day where we popped, where we really bumped. The other way I could do that is I could use the cash and I could sell long dated puts against it. If I think we're going to have a year where Bitcoin cracks, I mean, this is paying good money, bro. I mean, it's paying between 10 and 13K to sell the put, meaning I could sell the cash against it. Do I think Bitcoin's going to be less than 50,000 this time next year? Heck no. So that is all money good. So I could convert to cash and sell 6 of those and pocket, what, 70,000 bucks, almost 80,000. This is 318, 70, 68,000. I mean, that's and basically still have my Bitcoin. In worst case, I get put the Bitcoin, or I could split my bets. Anyway, that's kind of what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at next December selling a variety. So my speculation comes into which I sell. The cool thing about being a net seller is I sell. Worst case, they pay me for the Bitcoin. If I sell all these 75s, if I sell 6 of these, I'm going to put about $62,000 in the account in cash, which I could use to buy more Bitcoin, sell more, right? So let's say I put 62 in the account and Bitcoin goes to 100. I'm still getting bought out next year at 75K. I'm still getting bought out for a 50% bonus plus the $63,000 they gave me. Does that make sense? So, and this is the way you got to look at it. When you're a net seller, you're the casino. Yeah, you might not win the lottery, but you don't need to win the lottery. You need consistent income. And as long as you're willing to either have Bitcoin or cash, right? One of those two, Bitcoin or cash, or a combination, then this is a place where you can extend your currency units by anywhere from 30 to 70% every single year, year in, year out, period, full stop. Okay. And if you want to guarantee it, you sell deeper in the money, but you'll lose a little bit of premium. So these is kind of some of the stuff that I do. Anyway, if you're selling the weeklies, you got some Bitcoin. Like for instance, I could sell the weekly on this for next week. I could be selling the 55s. I don't know. If Bitcoin got a pop, like a pop over 50 right now, where are we? 49.2. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I might sell. I'd probably be safe and sell 60s against it. If we got a pop over 50 and there's some enthusiasm, maybe 50, 55, I would probably sell some 60s against it. But this is probably a thinly traded weekend. My guess is all next week is probably thinly traded. Be careful for any kind of weird machinations. We could also get an up week. We haven't had a really big up week in a while. So there you go. All right. That is that. So cool. We will finish with some beautiful Matt Gondek. So stay out of trouble, stay in school. Don't do drugs. Don't do anything my poor insolvent drunk strung it on meth grandmother would not do. Why is XRP always in maintenance? Because XRP is garbage. You guys get that, right? Just real quick. Don't trust my poor insolvent drunk strung it on meth grandmother. And don't trust Bread Garlic Mouth, Chris Grand Larceny, or any other of the lying dicks other than David Schwartz. He's the only cool guy over there. Everybody else there is very likely out to steal from you or out to stick a knife right in the neck of crypto if it serves the banking community, because they do not care about you. They took your money. They're spending it. They do not care about you. Let's see. All I've ever heard you do is bang on ETH. Yeah, because Ethereum is garbage. Yeah. It's math. None of this is emotional. It's all, you guys know this is math, right? If you like the way Ethereum behaves, it's because you're overinvested in it. That is all. Because nobody that understands math likes Ethereum. It's just what we're stuck with. All right, have a good one. Stay out of trouble. Deuces.
Ooh.